Look who's here.
Ah, come to see the show.
You foul, loathsome, evil little cockroach!
Whoa, slow down there, Hermione. Draco's not that bad, is he? Hello, I'm Emily Dent, and today I'll be trying to convince you that Draco is not a villain. Throughout the series, the main argument revolves around whether or not Snape is evil, but what about Draco? Our blonde-locked Prince of Slytherin is often seen as cruel and tormenting, but surely he isn't comparable to he who lacks a nose or the head of the Nazi party. What then makes a villain a villain? To find these criteria, I sifted through my knowledge of villains, both fictional and real, to find what made them evil. I eliminated what I felt only applied to some and not all of them, and I was able to narrow it down to these three. To be a villain, one must be untrustworthy, have an evil purpose, and be kind to the hero or others to gain trust or leverage. Draco does not fit any of these. Now at this point you probably think I'm insane, so let me show you what I mean. I asked my fellow Potterheads from the 3 broomsticks here at Penn State if Draco was evil. Their responses shocked me. Apparently I'm not alone in this. Of those who answered, 84% believe Draco was not a villain. For the rest of you, let me try to convince you. So we've all read this book, right? Well, the movie based on it has a deleted scene in which Draco throws Harry his wand so Harry can defeat Voldemort. Isn't that heroic?
Potter!
Throughout the films, Draco struggles with where his loyalties lie and even begins to question himself. But by the end we see that even Harry can acknowledge him with some level of respect, despite them never being friends. Would Harry, the chosen one, acknowledge him if he was evil? I don't think so. And who can forget the iconic astronomy tower scene in which Draco doesn't kill Dumbledore?
Years ago, I knew a boy who made all the wrong choices. Please let me help you.
I don't want your help. Don't you understand? I have to do this. I have to kill you. He's gonna kill me.
So would Draco have killed Dumbledore? It's hard to say, but what we can say is that he didn't want to, but he felt like he had no choice. Draco probably would have only killed Dumbledore out of pure survival instinct. This doesn't make him evil, just a jerk. In the end, however, he doesn't kill Dumbledore, making it seem as though he is trustworthy. He also has the chance to give up Harry and his friends at Malfoy Manor, but doesn't because he knows the consequences they would face if they were to be caught. After analyzing all of this evidence, I'd say Draco is trustworthy. From the time he was young, Draco was raised with the mindset that he was superior because of his blood status. Using this to his advantage, he attempts to befriend Harry in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, but Harry rejects his offer of friendship. After this, Draco obsessively bullies Harry and his friends.
Scared Potter.
No one asked your opinion, you filthy little mudblood. Dementor! Dementor!
Maybe if the fat lad had given this a squeeze, he would remember to fall on his fat ass. Give it here, Malfoy. No. I think I'll leave somewhere for Longbottom to find.
Does being a bully make you a villain? In some instances it does, but not in the case of Draco Malfoy. As a troubled child, Draco was forced into following Voldemort because of his father Lucius Malfoy. From that point on, he had to do what he was told or risk the death of himself or his family. While by the end of the books J.K. Rowling offers us some glimpse of peace between the Golden Trio and Draco, it seems as though they will always share their creative differences. But when you are raised following principles on opposite ends of the parenting spectrum, is this really a surprise? We know Harry and Draco will only be close in our fanfiction dreams, but it is not because Draco is a villain. According to Pottermore.com, Draco was raised in an atmosphere of regret that the Dark Lord had not succeeded in taking command of the wizarding community, although he was prudently reminded that such sentiments ought not to be expressed outside the small circle of the family and their close friends, or Daddy might get into trouble. Draco and his family were scared for their lives. Fear is a hefty weapon when trying to gain power, and Draco would have done anything to stay alive. This is not a case of Voldemort trying to take over the world or Hitler killing an enormous amount of people. This was about survival, as can be noted when the family flees during the Battle of Hogwarts. So after analyzing all of this, it is clear that although he may be a jerk, he had no evil agenda. His only agenda was to stay alive, and he did so by following Voldemort's orders. When Draco was young, his father believed that someday Harry Potter would be an even greater dark wizard than Lord Voldemort. Same, Draco. It was with this knowledge that Draco attempted to befriend Harry at Hogwarts. Pottermore explains this. It was, therefore, in the knowledge that he was doing nothing of which his father would disapprove, that Draco Malfoy offered Harry Potter his hand when he realized who he was. Although this seems to contradict the previous argument about evil agendas, there is nothing malicious about protecting your assets. Draco was young and naive. He did not extend his hand to Harry to give his family more power. He was only trying to assist his father in preparing for the future. This fulfills the final criterion. Have I convinced you? Even if I haven't, just stop and think. The next time that you want to go all puppet pals on Draco or wish you could just secum sempra him into the next century, just try to remember that deep down he really is just human and not a villain. Bro, this video is killer. How many 5-minute breaks can you take before it's considered procrastination? Oh, beep.